Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. जय श्री श्री राधा माधव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकय चक्षु उन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So we welcome all of you for this special class for devotees of ISKCON Manila in Philippines, and of course all other devotees who are hearing and watching this session. This week or these few days we are celebrating World Holy Name Festival, chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So today we'll have a class on the holy name, the glories of the holy name. So I thank the devotees at ISKCON Manila, Philippines to invite me for this session. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is Krishna himself, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he came down for a particular mission. And the mission is to give Krishna Prem, love of Godhead, to all the conditioned souls. Namo Mahavadanaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tushi Namaha. He is Krishna and is come to give Krishna Prem. How did he give Krishna Prem? in the form of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This Hare Krishna Mahamantra is non-different from Krishna. And this Hare Krishna Mahamantra gives his mercy in the form of Krishna Prem to any sincere soul who chants without offenses. Chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra or chanting of any holy name of Krishna is so auspicious, so powerful, that it can eradicate n number of sinful activities. In the scriptures, it is mentioned that even by chanting one holy name, all the sinful activities, papa, and all the sinful reactions can be eradicated. Even just by chanting one holy name, millions of sinful activities performed in millions of births can be cleaned. In fact, one holy name can purify us from so many sinful activities which we can't even commit in millions of births. That's the power of the holy name. And of course, we all are chanting the holy name of Krishna. And we have faith that the holy name will clean all the sinful reactions. But many a times we do not have this experience that holy name is clearing our sinful reactions, even though we are chanting regularly. So we should understand that chanting the holy name has a quality of the way we utter, how we utter. When we have a feeling of dependence on Krishna, then we will experience the eradication of all sinful reactions. So chanting preferably is to be done with this feeling of dependence on Krishna, not mechanically. Then all our sinful reactions will go away. For example, if your friend is with you in the room and is sitting nicely on the chair, smiling, and he shouts, "Help! Help!" you will not jump up and help him because he is comfortable, he is not in danger. But if your same friend is in the river water and drowning and you are at the bank and he shouts, "Help! Help!" immediately you will jump and help him. So in both the cases, your friend is using the same word and sound, help. But in one case, your response is you jump and help, and in other case, you don't. Why there is a difference in your response? Because in one case, he is dependent on you. In other case, he is not dependent on you. In the same way, the more we are dependent on Krishna, the more the holy name reciprocates with us. If a grown-up child tells mother, "I am hungry," mother will keep the food on the table and say, "Okay, eat. Eat this food." If a very small baby cries being hungry, mother will personally take the baby in her lap and put the food in his mouth. So the grown-up child will say that this is partiality. to my brother you are feeding with your hand, and to me you gave it on the table to eat myself. Is this partiality? No. The small baby is more dependent on the mother than the grown-up child. So mother's response is different to the children's hunger. For one, she is feeding herself, and other, she is just putting it in the plate and keeping it on the table. So in the same way, all the devotees on their individual level are having dependence on Krishna in different ways. And ye yatha mam prapadyante, Krishna reciprocates accordingly. So we have to grow in our bhakti, which means we have to increase our dependence on Krishna. Increase our dependence on Krishna means that if I have a problem, I will go to Krishna, He will help me. If I have a problem, only Krishna can help me. If I have a problem and Krishna does not help me, then there is nobody in the world can help me. It's Krishna and only Krishna. Only He can help me. This is dependence on Krishna. As such, the holy name is very powerful and merciful. Even if one chants accidentally, or chants jokingly, or chants indirectly, the holy name acts. The Brahmana Ajamil, he chanted the holy name Narayan, calling his small son when he was about to die. He didn't call Lord Narayan, he called his small son Narayan. But still the holy name acted, and Vishnu Dutas came and gave him second chance, protected him from death and purified him. Once there was a Malech person. Malech is that person who eats meat. So one day that Malech person was going from one village to another village to meet his friend. In between the two villages was a small forest. So while he was walking and crossing the forest, one wild boar with a sharp horn attacked him and killed him. So this Malech person, when he was about to die, he was in great pain and angry on the boar. So he condemned the boar and said, Haram. In Urdu language, there are two words, haram and halal, among others. So the word halal is used for something good, and for the word haram is used for something bad. So he abused, he gave a bad word, he condemned the boar saying haram, and he died. And he got liberated and he went to Vaikuntha Loka, the spiritual world. Why? Because at the time of death, he said Ram. Even though he said Haram, but in Haram, he said Ram. Ram is part of Haram. Even though he condemned the boar, in his language he used a filthy bad word, but still he got benefit of chanting the holy name of Lord Ram, and he got liberated. So this chanting of holy name is so essential. It is Yuga Dharma, the religion of Kali Yuga. In this age of Kali, the scriptures have advised us that in order to get liberated, in fact in order to do devotional service, we should chant and hear Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So one of the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his name is Srila Haridas Thakur. He was from a Muslim family, but still he would chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day. 3 lakh names. 3 lakh names means he would chant 64 rounds plus 64 rounds plus 64 rounds. That means 192 rounds every day. One round means chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra 108 times. So like this he will chant 192 rounds. That will take almost whole day. He would hardly eat and sleep. And such a pure chanting, that's why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him the title Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur. Nam Acharya. Acharya means professor. Nam Acharya, the professor of the holy name. That's a big title. So once Srila Haridas Thakur, he came to one village in Bengal called Chandanpur while he walks, traveling. So in Chandanpur there was a devotee, his name was Balram Acharya. Balram Acharya. And he used to like Haridas Thakur. He was great devotee of Haridas Thakur. He used to love Haridas Thakur. So when Balram Acharya saw Haridas Thakur in his village, he was very joyful, he was very jubilant. He humbly approached him, offered his obeisances, and he arranged a small room for him, small kutia hut for him near the river bank, and told him, "My dear Srila Haridas Thakur, I am so happy to see you in our village. Please stay here for few days. This is a new kutia. You stay in this kutia and chant your rounds near the river. You can take bath, and every day I will provide you prasad. Every day meal will come from my house. Please give me this opportunity to offer service." So if a sadhu comes to our house or our town, village, we should be very eager to serve a pure devotee by offering him prasad, by offering him clothes, by offering him room or shelter and any other requirements. And in that way Krishna is pleased. Sri Haridas Thakur is a pure brahmachari, a pure sadhu, and Namacharya, devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Balram Acharya started offering him service, and the villagers came to know. They would come to meet Haridas Thakur and they would spend time chanting with him, and they would get lots of benefit. Even Raghunath Das Goswami, when he was a small boy at that time, he came to meet Haridas Thakur, and Raghunath Das Goswami used to stay in the palace. His father Majumdars were a very rich people. Govardhan Majumdar and Hiranya Majumdar, his father and father's brother, they used to earn lakhs of gold coins annually. So they were very rich like Indra. So Raghunath Das Goswami used to stay in a very rich palace full of opulence and luxury. But here he saw Haridas Thakur staying in a very small hut, small kutia, hardly any luxury and hardly any opulence, very simple, sleeping on the floor. And he liked it. He liked it. So daily he used to come to meet Haridas Thakur and hear his pure chanting. And in that way he developed attraction for the holy name and attraction for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one day Govardhan and Hiranya Majumdars, they arranged a house program in their residence. They arranged a satsang program, spiritual program. So they invited all the devotees and brahmanas and senior members and relatives and friends and neighbors and villagers. So they also invited Balram Acharya, and they told Balram Acharya, "We would like to invite Srila Haridas Thakur. So can you please invite him to come to our house?" So Balram Acharya said, "Okay." So very humbly and politely Balram Acharya requested at the lotus feet of Srila Haridas Thakur that the Majumdar families want to invite you for a satsang at their house, and Srila Haridas Thakur agreed mercifully. So on the day of the satsang, Haridas Thakur came to Majumdar's house. All the Vaishnavas and Brahmanas and villagers and relatives and friends were there, and they offered him a raised seat. And everybody started talking and glorifying Srila Haridas Thakur. That Srila Haridas Thakur is Namacharya. He is a pure Brahmachari. He is a pure sadhu, a pure devotee. And he chants 192 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Whole day he is absorbed in the holy name. He lives very simply. He eats very simply. He hardly sleeps. And they were started glorifying Haridas Thakur, and in the conversation they started glorifying the holy name. That the holy name is very auspicious, the holy name is very good, and by chanting the holy name all our sinful reactions go away. By chanting the holy name all the miseries go away, and by chanting the holy name we get liberation from the cycle of birth and death. So the audience were glorifying the holy name, highlighting that how by chanting the holy name the sinful reactions are eradicated, and one gets liberation from cycle of birth and death. Hearing this, Srila Haridas Thakur told them, stop. He said, Haridas Thakur told that eradication of sinful reactions and liberation from cycle of birth and death are not the real benefits of chanting the holy name of Krishna. They are secondary benefits or side benefits. They are not the real benefits. The primary benefit of chanting the holy name of Krishna is that we receive Krishna Prem, love of Godhead, which is the ultimate goal of life. Because holy name is non-different from Krishna, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given this holy name, and the person who chants the holy name by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu receives Krishna Prem. That's the ultimate success of spiritual life. So Srila Haridas Thakur said, we chant the holy name not for some material benefit or eradication of sinful reactions or eradication of miseries or mukti, liberation from cycle of birth and death. No, we chant the holy name as service to Krishna, and we receive Krishna Prem. And when one receives Krishna Prem, he develops ecstatic symptoms. There are tears in the eyes, his hair stand, his body becomes stunned, and he trembles, and his voice choked up, and the color of his skin changes, and he perspires, and sometimes he laughs, sometimes he cries, sometimes he jumps, sometimes he dances on the street without caring for people around like a madman. That is the benefit of the holy name, to become mad in love for Krishna. So Srila Haridas Thakur said that just as when the sun rises in the morning, before the sunrise, before even the sun is coming up, there is twilight, there is some light in the sky, and with that light the darkness disappears. And when the actual sunrise happens, we do our daily duties. In the same way, before even the pure holy name is chanted in the heart, there is twilight, the shadow of the holy name, Nam Abhas, by which liberation occurs. And when actual holy name is chanted, we do our routine devotional activity. So the audience were very happy to hear this. Like we all are happy now to hear this. So they told Haridas Thakur to explain it further. And Haridas Thakur explained that there are 3 stages of chanting. Nam Aprad stage, Nam Abhas stage, and Shuddha Nam stage. So there are 10 offenses to the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We should know these 10 offenses. Every day we recite it in the temple. So the first stage of chanting is a beginner stage where we chant and we also do offenses. The second stage is a senior advanced chanting where we chant and we avoid offenses. And the third stage is chanting, highly advanced chanting, Shuddha Nam, and there are no offenses. And there is deep realization in the heart that holy name of Krishna is non-different from Krishna, and there is sincere service attitude. So Haridas Thakur said, before chanting of Shuddha Nam, which is compared to sunrise, before even the sunrise occurs, there is light in the sky, and in that light the darkness goes away, the fear of ghosts and thieves goes away. And when actual sun comes up, we do our daily duties, which we are supposed to do, our prescribed duties. In the same way, before even one chants the Shuddha Nam, the pure holy name, he chants Nam Abhas, the shadow of the holy name. And by chanting shadow of the holy name, there is eradication of material miseries, there is eradication of darkness of lust, anger, greed, pride, envy, illusion, and there is eradication of sinful reactions. But when actual Shuddhanam occurs, then we do our day-to-day prescribed duties in Krishna consciousness. We act on our duties in our constitutional position, which is Nityadas. So when we chant pure holy name, and here the holy name comes out of our lips, goes into the holes of our ear, and from here it goes to our heart, and the heart gets cleansed, and we get self-realized that I am servant of Krishna, and we serve Krishna every day. So Haridas Thakur explained, and everybody was so happy. There was one young scholarly Brahmana in the audience. His name was Gopal Chakravarti. He was the staff of Govardhan Majumdar and Hiranya Majumdar, and he was a very expert collector, and he would collect 12 lakh gold coins for the treasury of the emperor, and he was bringing lots of profit for the Majumdars. So he heard the Haridas Thakur's explanation, and he raised a question. He said, I don't agree. You are saying that just by chanting one holy name of Krishna, the chanter will get liberation. But I don't agree, because it is explained that liberation is very difficult to receive. One can get liberation by very difficult process of tapasya, penance, and yajna, and fasting, and thousands of years in the forest. Still it is difficult to get liberation, and you are saying just by chanting one holy name we will get liberation. I don't agree. This seems to be a foolish idea, Gopal Chakravarti said. So Srila Haridas Thakur explained that, look, we cannot understand the power of the holy name by our logic, by our arguments. We have to understand it based on the scriptures. Nam Nam Akari Bauda Nija Sarva Shakti. The scriptures are explaining that the holy name is all powerful, and the holy name is not different from Krishna. And just by Nam Abha, just by chanting the holy name, one will get liberation. So we have to accept knowledge from the scriptures. But Gopal Chakravarti was a dry logician. He didn't accept. He said, look, I don't agree with this. You prove to me that by one chanting of holy name, by chanting of one holy name, liberation happens. You prove this to me, otherwise I will cut your nose. He challenged him. Srila Haridas Thakur said, okay, I accept the challenge. If by chanting of one holy name, liberation does not occur, I will myself cut my nose. But meanwhile, the audience didn't like this, that they are offending a sadhu by posing a challenge. Gopal Chakravarti is doing an offense, so many of the audience left the place. And Govardhan Majumdar and Hiranya Majumdar got very angry, and they chastised Gopal Chakravarti. And Balram Acharya said, Gopal, you didn't do good. You have offended a pure brahmachari sadhu, and you will be definitely punished. your future is not good. And Govardhan Majumdar told Gopal Chakravarti, you are suspended, we don't want you in our employ. As an employee, you get out. Even though he was giving so much profit, but why to keep such a person who is offender, Vaishnava Aparadhi? And they kicked him out. So the Majumdars paid obeisances to Haridas Thakur and begged forgiveness, saying that we invited you to our house, but we offended you, so please forgive us. Srila Haridas Thakur said, look, don't worry. You didn't do any offense, and even this Gopal Chakravarti did not do any offense. He is just a dry logician, and by jnana, by knowledge, by logic, you cannot understand the glories of the holy name. And Haridas Thakur left the place. After 3 days, Gopal Chakravarti's nose, it melted because of some skin disease, and his beautiful fingers of hands and legs also melted. Because he offended Haridas Thakur, so he received this punishment. Now Srila Haridas Thakur did not take it seriously. It is a nature of a sadhu that if you offend a sadhu, he does not take it seriously. And it is nature of Krishna that you offend his sadhu, his devotee, then Krishna takes it very seriously. So we should never do Vaishnava Aparadh. We should not offend a devotee. We should not hurt a devotee. We should not insult a devotee. We should not criticize a devotee. We should not be unhappy seeing a devotee. And we should not beat or disturb a devotee's devotional service. We should not hurt anybody. So Srila Haridas Thakur, when he came to know that Gopal Chakravarti got such a punishment, he didn't like it. He is a compassionate soul. So he just left the village and went to the next village. And all the villagers understood that Harinam is so powerful, and Haridas Thakur is such a genuine Vaishnava that Gopal Chakravarti's nose melted. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, this story is given to teach us that the actual purpose of chanting the holy name of Krishna is to receive Krishna Prem. Krishna Prem is already there in our heart. We don't have to go out to purchase or gather Krishna Prem. But it is lying down covered with dirty anarthas. It is lying down covered with lust, anger, greed, pride, illusion, envy, material desires. Anarthas means dirty things. And we have to clean the mirror of our heart. And this cleansing process, this purifying process is chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And it is very simple. We should chant on beads, preferably 108 beads are there in one mala, one round, and in each bead we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is bead, Tulsi Maharani, Tulsi beads. And this is first bead, which is Krishna bead. We don't touch that. The next bead we hold like this, and we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Then we go to next bead, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Then next, like this, 108 times becomes one round. Before every one round, we chant Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. This Panchatattva Mahamantra, this helps us to chant without offenses. Without the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one cannot chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So if you are not aware, we should learn this mantra also. I will repeat: Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. And then Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And in that way, we every day do 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra and hear, chant and hear without offenses, and our heart becomes purified. And Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, he has blessed us that if we chant 16 rounds every day, whole life, we will go back home, back to Godhead, we get Krishna Prem. So we follow this process of chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, 4 regulatory principles: no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. Read and hear Srimad Bhagavatam, read and hear Srila Prabhupada books and classes, and associate with devotees honoring only prasadam. So this is the full process of bhakti, Krishna consciousness, and we have this human form of life. It's a very great opportunity that in human form of life we are having association of devotees. So we should practice this process very sincerely, seriously, and that's perfection of life. Okay, we will end here. Thank you very much. श्री चैतन्य चैतामृत की जय, श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय, श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Hare Krishna. If there are any questions, you may type the question in the comment section and I will read the question and then give an answer. Thank you. Okay, there is one question. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, you said we do not touch head bead as it is Krishna's. Do we hold it when chanting the Panchatattva mantra at every round? So, well, it is not necessary to touch or hold the head bead while chanting the Panchatattva mantra. When we start the round or when we shift to the first beat for the new round, we just chant the Panchatattva mantra. Even though the bead is in our hand, we should understand we are not chanting the Panchatattva mantra on the bead, any of them. We are just chanting Panchatattva mantra and starting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and our understanding is we are chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra on the bead. So when I hold it like this, and I start Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, this is not on the bead, even though bead is in my hand. The understanding is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is on the bead. Then second, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So it goes like that. So it's not on the head bead, Krishna bead. Okay. Okay, next question is which chapter in SB to read in this month of Purushottam Maas? So Srimad Bhagavatam says that we should read Srimad Bhagavatam every day, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, not just on Purushottam Maas. So there is no specific thing. If you are reading Bhagavatam, you just continue reading Bhagavatam. Or if you are reading any other Prabhupada book, Chaitanya Chaitamrita, you just continue reading that. There is no specific which chapter to read. Anything, any canto can be read. And we should read every day, not just in Purushottam Maas. After Purushottam Maas also we should read. Okay. Any more question? So there are no more questions. We can end. I will wait for a few more seconds if somebody is typing. Okay, so we will be ending here. If after we end the session you have a question, or those who hear later they have a question, they can type it in the comment box and we will reply it. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai. Hare Krishna.